Hello everyone, welcome to another tips, tricks and combos video. Today we're going to talk all about the broken succubus and why she is so efficient in combat. If you haven't already guys, hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell just in the corner there so you know each time I release one of these videos. So Drukhari is all the rage right now. They are the army that I am currently taking to tournaments as well. If you would like to know more than just this short video here, head over to glasshammergaming.co.uk and join the elite. I have already done a review of the army roster that I am currently using for my Drukhari tournaments that I'm going to, and it goes in depth into how I've built the entire list, how every unit in the list works, the synergy, and you know what secondaries is meant to build and how I envision it playing. Now, I've only had a couple of games with it, and I'm going to a tournament this weekend, meaning that Let's Talk Tactics on Monday will be all about, which is another, feature that elite members get, that will be all about the tournament that I've gone to, how I got on, whether the list performed the way that I thought it was going to do, and what changes I will make, as well as other lists at the tournament that have done well. I will cover them too. So, let's get right into it. The succubus. Why is this succubus so damn good? First reason, you make her the Cult of Strife. Now, the Cult of Strife, the obsession is decent. It gives you always fight first, which means you have a free interrupt. So you have a free interrupt, and on top of that, if you declare a charge against an enemy unit that doesn't have any other friendly units currently within engagement range of it, you get +1 to your charge rolls. So you got +1 charge as well, because normally she hits so hard she doesn't need anyone to charge in before her. So she's going to get +1 to charge. Now, on top of that, the warlord trait you want to take is from the Caradon book, the Book of Rust, and the Caradon book stuff for Drukhari only applies to Cult of Strife. So that's the other reason you make a Cult of Strife. Now, first thing, combat drugs. The combat drug I've given her is the +1 attack one, because we want to make her as efficient as possible in combat. Now, because of that, she's got 7 attacks. Then you give her the Triptych Whip relic, which gives her an additional 3 attacks. So she's now got 10 attacks, and it's poison 2+, -2, flat 2 damage. So if you think about it, she has 10 attacks, she always hits on 2s, and she always wounds on 2s. How bonkers is that? Always hits on 2s, always wounds on 2s, she's -2, and she's flat 2 damage. That's what the whip does for her. Then, this is where it gets broken. You give her the Competitive Edge Warlord trait from the new Caradon book. Let's just have a look at what that Warlord trait does. So, for each attack that does not make it to the inflict damage step of the fight phase, she gets an additional attack. Now, that doesn't sound that bad. I'm going to explain to you why it is. So, she's got 10 attacks. She fails to hit with 1. There's 1 that hasn't made it to the inflict damage. She fails to wound with 2. There's 3 attacks now that haven't made it to the inflict damage step. Then your opponent saves 2 invulnerable saves. So 5 save. 5 have failed to save. 5 go straight through and they do inflict damage. So my opponent takes 10 damage now. But there were 5 attacks that failed to make it past their save. So I get 5 more attacks. But it doesn't stop there. So she goes, right, I got 5 more attacks. I'm going to get 1 more miss. I'm going to fail to wound with another one. And my opponent's going to save 1 save. It's 2 more dead. But there's another 3 attacks now that haven't made it to the inflict damage step. So she gets another 3 attacks. And basically, this procedure continues going until you get a total of 10 hits, 10 wounds, and your opponent has failed 10 saves. So until your opponent fails 10 saves, she keeps going. She does 20 damage. She does 20 damage to a unit that she wants to, and then it stops, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, for that reason, a house ruling has been brought in by most tournaments that I am going to, and also by us at tournaments that we are running right here in the Glass House. And that house ruling is, add the following sentence to the Competitive Edge Warlord trait. This second lot of attacks does not generate any further attacks. So basically, you know how we were saying the first time she has 10 attacks, say 5 of them don't make it, they fail 5 saves, so you do 10 damage, and then you get 5 more attacks. Now that's it. You'll get these 5 attacks, and then you won't get any more. That's how it's been house ruled. Now, some of you might be watching this thinking, well, that's silly because GW hasn't FAQ'd it. Okay, fair enough. I get that opinion and that point of view, but She is bonkers anyway. And this is coming from somebody who likes to go to tournaments and do really well. And I am using this Succubus, and I am still using this Warlord trait. Even though it's been nerfed, I still think it's the best by a mile. It's still incredible. So I am still using this Warlord trait as well. And if you just think about it for a second and you go, right, let's put her up against Vanguard veterans. So if you went into a unit of Vanguard veterans, you would kill 4 averagely. Now, if you kill 4, you've killed 110 points of Storm Shield Lightning Claw Vanguard veterans, one of the best units in the game. You killed 110 points. You're only 75. But if you've killed 4 of them, you get 6 more attacks. So you should kill another 2 or 3. So by the end of it, you've killed, and then another one should run from morale because there'll only be leadership 1 after that. Now, if you've killed 7 or 8 Vanguard veterans, you've killed 200 points and you're only 75 points. So that's why she is so busted. Now, that's with a house rule being introduced. She is still that good. Now, the reason she is 75 points as well is the last thing I want to cover. And that is because she is a Master Succubus. I swear by the Master Succubus thing. I think it's incredible. It gives you access to the Show Stealer ability. And that means each time she fights, she can consolidate D3 plus 3 inches, and she can go in any direction. She does not have to end this move closer to the closest enemy unit. So what she does, say there's this unit of Vanguard veterans that we've been talking about. She charges them, she swings in, she kills 8 Vanguard veterans, and then she consolidates backwards, like 4 inches, say, out of engagement range of them, and goes, that's it, you can't hit me back now. So not only have I killed 200 points in your army, I've now made it so that you have to dedicate more units in your army to come and kill her, or she'll do the same again next turn. You can't kill her in my turn because I can consolidate out of combat, which is just insane. So she's quick. She does the damage, and then she gets out of harm's way. That is ridiculous for 75 points. And that is how I am currently running my Succubus. Like I say, guys, that's my favorite way of running the Broken Succubus right now. If you guys have different Warlord traits and relics that you use to make your Succubus really good, please leave them in the comments below for everybody to share and grow with. And until next week, guys, I'll see you later.